Sir, 4P4.
Right, 4P4, right? That is 4 factorial. So those many numbers can be totally found. So we have to sum of the digits at the 10th place of all the numbers. So 10th place of all the 4 factorial, which is 24 numbers, can be formed, right? Say for example, numbers 2, 4, 5, 7. Okay. 2, 4, 7, 5, and so on. Okay. So you can. So we have to look at only the number in the 10th place. That is this one. So 7. So there are going to be totally 24 numbers that can be formed, 4 factorial, right? So because there are 4 digits, so they can be placed in these 4 positions. So that can be done, 4P4, like Santana Miraj said, that which is equal to 4 factorial, which is 24. So 24 numbers, numbers. So 2, will appear. So இங்க நம்ம 2 fix பண்ணிட்டோம்னா the rest of the numbers can be reshuffled in 3 factorial base. 2 அதே மாதிரி 6 நம்பர்ல 2 இந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கும், இன்னொரு 6 நம்பர்ல 4 இந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கும். So another 6 numbers will have 5 in the place, another 6 numbers will have 7. So now what we have to do is, add up all this. Now 6 times 2 and 6 times 4, 6 times 5, and at 10th place of all the numbers, the help of 2, 4, 5, 7, taken all at a time. So that means all we have to do is take 2 6 times, 4 6 times, 5 6 times, 7 6 times. So add them up. So that means basically 6 into this is what is the sum of all the digits at the 10th place. So what will this be? 2 plus 4 6, 11, 18 into 6. Okay. Option 2.
108.
108. Correct. Okay. Option 2. Right. Okay. So let's go to the next problem. In an examination, there are 3 multiple choice questions, and each question has 5 choices to get all answers correct. So whenever they ask like this, so anybody has any thought on how can we solve this, or has anybody done that?
So using permutation.
Yeah. So the number of ways in which student can fail to get all answers correct, abdina first
if there are 5 choices, 1 is right, so the chances that it's wrong is 4 out of 5.
Right. So they are asking to find the number of ways in which a student can fail to get all answers correct. Okay. So எவ்வளவு ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ல எல்லாமே கரெக்டா இல்லாம இருக்கும். ஸோ ஏதாச்சும் ஒன்று தப்பா இருந்தா கூட ஸோ தட் ஆப்ஷன் we have to count. எல்லாமே கரெக்டா இருக்கிற ஆப்ஷன் மட்டும்தான் நம்ம கவுண்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. அப்படிங்கும்போது, so can we list, all the options? Options are like the first can be.
சார் டோட்டல் சான்சஸ்ல இருந்து கரெக்டான சான்சஸ் மட்டும் லெஸ் பண்ண ஆன்சர் கிடைச்சிரும்ல சார்?
Correct. Exactly. That is what I was coming to. Okay. So instead of counting எவ்வளவு இதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இது தப்பா இருக்கு, செகண்ட் தப்பா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு அந்த மாதிரி கவுண்ட் பண்றதை விட, so totally how many options, how many ways in which he can answer, அதை நம்ம கால்குலேட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுல எல்லாமே கரெக்டா இருக்கிறது obviously ஒன்னே ஒண்ணுதான் எல்லாமே கரெக்டா இருக்க போறது. So if we remove that, the remaining will have something one or the other wrong. So if it boils down to finding out the number of ways in which the student can answer all the questions. So அப்படிங்கும்போது, so how can we do, how many ways in which the questions can be answered? There are 3 questions, right? Q1, Q2, Q3. So how many ways in which each one has got 5 choices? So total இப்போ நம்ம எவ்வளவு வேஸ்ல ஆன்சர் பண்ண முடியும் இந்த क्वेश्चन பேப்பரை?
Either one question can be wrong, or all of the questions can be wrong, or 2 questions can be wrong.
அப்படி இல்ல. See, you choose the option. Yeah, it's not just about right or wrong. Since there are 5 choices, so இதுக்கு நம்ம you can choose any of the 5 choices for Q1. இல்லையா? So you can choose A here. Okay, so suppose the options are A, B, C, D, E. So we can choose A here and A here and A here. This is one option. Okay, so then you can choose A here, B here, A here. So up to E are there. So we can take all kind of combinations. The question is, how many such combinations are there?
P3, sir.
Correct. So we have to. You can easily visualize this. Okay, so the first question can be answered in 5 ways. Okay. Second can be A, B, C, D, or E. So for each of that, A or B or C or D or E, the second question can also be answered in 5 ways possible. So it's not that when you choose A here, we will not choose A here. So adhe mari ingeyum 5 options are possible. So that is why the total number of combinations like this will be 5 into 5 into 5. Okay. Out of these 125 ways in which this question can be a question paper can be answered, only one is right. So in the remaining 124 ways of answering, at least one answer is incorrect, right? So that is what they're asking. Number of ways in which a student can fail to get all answers correct. So that will be 124. Okay. Find that these questions are relatively simpler. Okay. Usually in the objective types in your book, the questions are hard. In this chapter, they are relatively easier. Okay. The number of ways in which the following prize be given to a class of 30 boys, first and second in mathematics, first and second in physics, first in chemistry, first in English. There are 30 boys. So we have to, anybody can, we don't know who is going to get anybody. Right? So like that, we don't know who is going to be first or second in physics. So, the prize can be given. Or the students can be selected. So how many ways in which? So any of the 30 boys can get first in mathematics, right? So it can be
the 29.
say boy 1 or boy 2 or boy 3. Each is one. First in mathematics can occur in how many ways?
30 ways, sir.
30. So second in mathematics?
Sir,
29 ways, sir.
One student has got the first mark in mathematics, so he cannot get second in mathematics. So it
sir,
can be I think so. Let's work it out. Okay, just let's go through stuff. Okay, so how many ways in which first in physics? Same way, any of the 30 students can get first in physics. So now the one student cannot compete for this place. So the remaining any of the 29 can be second. So each there are 6 events. Okay, so they can occur independently. Okay, so in so many ways. So the total number of combinations therefore will be product of all of these. Okay. So what like Akshaya said, it's going to be 30 into 29 into 30 into 29. (30 to the power of 4 into 29 square, which is your option number 1. Okay, let's. I want you to, some of you to come up with the answer instead of me doing all the problems. Okay, so these are relatively easy problems only. இது சொல்லுங்க நீங்க போட்டு ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. The number of 5 digits numbers, all digits of which are odd. So 5 power
5 power 5.
Okay. Anybody else?
doing it, sir. 1 second.
I'll give some time.
Five power 5, sir.
5 power 5. Okay. So how many odd digits are there? 1, 3.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
Okay. So each position can be filled with any of these numbers. There are 5 positions because it's a 5-digit number. So this can be filled in 5 ways. This can be also filled in 5 ways because repetition is allowed. Okay. If repetition is not allowed, then we would take it as 1 less. But in this case, repetition is allowed. So we can form a number like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 also, right? So that is why it is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Option 2. Good. Okay. In 3 fingers, the number of ways 4 rings can be worn is dash. Yeah, anybody?
Option 4, 64.
64. Okay. Anybody else? Actually, the way we will wear ring is how we'll take a ring and we can put it in any of the three fingers. That is how we will normally wear, right? So ஒரு ரிங் எடுத்தோம்னா அதுக்கு அது எத்தனை எத்தனை ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு அதுக்கு அதை போடுறதுக்கு?
4 options, sir.
No. If you take one ring, it can be worn only in 3 fingers, right?
Sir, போடாமே இருக்கலாம் சார்.
Oh, okay. In this case, I think the problem is to find out it can be worn. Okay, podamle irukkiradhu it's not included. Okay, so let us exclude that. Okay. So அப்படிங்கும்போது 4 rings can be worn னு கொடுத்திருக்கு இல்லையா, அதனால we have to take a ring, so it can be put in any of the 3 fingers. So that means 3 options for it. Okay, take a second finger, so that can also be worn in any of the 3 fingers. So this is what it's number of ways. Okay, so it's not the other way. Okay, so we take a ring and each ring has got 3 options. So it is, there are 4 rings, so it's 3 to the power of 4. Okay, okay. Now here I hope you know the formula for n, p, r and all that. So n plus 5 p n plus 1 equal to 11 into n minus 1 divided by 2 into n plus 3 p n. So then find the value of n. Okay, so please work it out. So anybody got any answer?
Option 1, sir.
Option 1, 7 and 11. Okay. Let's wait for other 2 people, what they're getting. Check your answer, Akshaya.
Yes, sir.
So this involves algebra of factorials. So அது கரெக்டா போட்டீங்கன்னா you'll get it. Sundaresan or Santana Mariraj, are you getting anything?
Sir, doing, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, n equal to 6 and 7, sir.
N equal to 6 and 7. Okay.
Option 2, sir.
Option 2. Okay. What did you get, Santana Mariraj? Akshaya, did you check? And yeah.
Sir, doing, sir. Sir, option 2, 6 and 7.
We are also
Yes,
getting
sir.
option 2. Okay. Okay. So let's work it out now. The only thing that you have to remember here is this formula. NPR is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Because all we have to do is substitution here. NPR here will be n plus 5 factorial divided by n plus 5 minus n plus 1 is 4. N plus 3 minus n is 3. So this is the equation that we have to solve. Okay. So let's do a cross multiplication. So you get, because nothing cancels as such. So 2 into 6, I'm putting 12 into
சார் அந்த n plus 5 ஃபேக்டோரியல் ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணா n plus 3 ஃபேக்டோரியல் ஆயிடும்ல சார்?
Yeah, that's what I will do next. Okay. First, I'm just cross multiplying. So you are right. So that is the principle. I was talking about factorial algebra and sonalia. So 11 into 4 factorial into factorial. இப்போ என்ன பண்ணலாம், we can divide by n plus 3 factorial on both sides. So when you do this will become simply n plus 5 and n plus 4 only will remain. Rest of the terms will get cancelled out. Okay, so this way we can divide 2 factorials. Okay, n plus 5 factorial by n plus 3 factorial. Because this is all numbers up to n plus 3, அப்புறமா n plus 4 and n plus 5 இருக்க போகுது. Yeah. So அதே மாதிரி, so இது போயிடும். இப்போ it becomes a simple equation in n. So no factorials now, right? So in the 4 factorial it is 24. So we can also divide by 12. Okay. So all that is left is n plus 5 into n plus 4 is 22 into n minus 1. So you get a simple quadratic. So n square minus 13n. I'm bringing minus 22 this side, it becomes minus 22. So plus 42 on that. So this is simply n minus 7 into n minus 6. So 7 and 6 are the possible values of n. Option 2. Most of you got it right. Akshaya, did you correct it? Did you find out where you missed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, the product of all consecutive positive integers is divisible by which of these? R factorial, R minus 1 factorial, R plus 1 factorial, R to the power of R. See, n consecutive numbers can be written in different ways. So one way, one way I will recommend is here in this scenario. So we write it as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on up to n minus r minus 1. Because in third term you see up to n minus 2. So rth term will be n minus r minus 1. So this is the product that we want to check for what it is divisible by. Okay. So this how can this be written in a simpler way? Okay. So what we can do is you then go on extending this. So n minus r minus 2. No, sorry. Keep on adding, right? So next will be n minus r. So n minus r plus 1 and so on up to 1. And here you have divide by the same thing. Okay. So you write it like this. So what is the numerator now and what is the denominator now? So now we have extended it, right? All consecutive numbers up to 1. So what is the numerator now?
R, sir.
No, just
R
the numerator.
factorial.
N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on up to 1.
R factorial.
No, it is, see, you can see now it's all numbers from 1 to n, right? What is that? The numerator, now because I added these numbers, right? So because of that, this has simply become
N minus R factorial.
Here the n minus r factorial. Okay. So which is same as this is, you have got the formula for NPR. So whatever product of r consecutive positive integers, if you write it in this form starting with n, so this is simply NPR. Okay. So NPR, will it be divisible by r factorial? It will be, because what is NCR?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right? So if you take NPR divided by NCR, it will be r factorial. Or other way, NPR divided by r factorial. And we know that NCR is a number. Okay, it's not a fraction. Right? So NPR can be divided by r factorial to get NCR. So clearly r factorial divides NPR. Right? So that is your option. Okay. Oh, this problem is fairly straightforward. I think you all should be able to get it. The number of 5 digits telephone numbers. So 5-digit number na, don't assume that it will be first digit has to be 1 அப்படிலாம் இல்ல 000 ல இருந்து நம்ம we can from 1, okay, 1 up to the maximum 5-digit number. So even 0, so you count all the numbers. Okay. Having at least the number of 5-digit telephone numbers having at least one of their digits repeated. So like we saw in another problem, whenever there is at least one of these digits repeated, it can be calculated in a complementary method. So you complete the whole, and what numbers don't satisfy this condition. Okay. That means the number of numbers Okay. So this is the principle that we will follow. The number of numbers having at least one of their digits repeated is equal to all numbers minus numbers having no repetitions. Okay, so if you remove all the numbers having no repetitions at all, then the remaining will have at least one repetition, which is what they want. Yeah. Now use this. So how many total numbers are there in 5 digits? 5 positions are there. Each position can be filled with 0 to 9. So the 10 digits, right? So it will be 10 to the power of 5. Total numbers will be 10 to the power of 5. So number having no repetitions, how many will be there?
10p5, sir.
Right. So calculate the 10p5. What will you get? No repetition means the first digits can be filled in 10 ways. Second digits can be filled in, that can be now cannot be used. So only 9 are available for second digits, and so on. Okay. So first digits we have total freedom. Any digit can be placed. But once we placed the first digit, the second digits now cannot repeat. So we have only 9 choices. So then once we place the 2 digits, the third we can, since we cannot use these two, you have only 8 choices. And likewise, the fourth digit you have only 7 choices and 6 choices. So these are the numbers. These many numbers can be formed without any repetitions. So you eliminate that, you will get the numbers having at least one of the digits repeated. So we have to calculate this now. 9 into 8 into 7 into 6. Let me calculate.
Sir, 3240, sir.
9 into 8 into 7 into 6. 3240. So what is remaining then? 69, 760. This is your option. Okay.
சார்
Yes, sir. Yeah.
ஏன் சார் அங்கே 10 ஃபைன் போட்டிருக்கீங்க?
Manohar, you just joined. When did you join?
சார்
We didn't see you so far.
லேட்டாக ஜாயின் பண்ணேன் சார்.
Okay. See, here 10 power 5 na, here each digit can be filled in 10 ways. So here there are 10 digits, right? 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are
Yes,
10 ways in which this digit can be filled. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
Since repetition is allowed in this case, here we are talking about all the numbers. Okay. So here we are talking about numbers having no repetitions. Okay. So here, since we allow all the numbers, it will be 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. Everywhere you can, place any of the 5 digits. So that is why total is 10 power 5. Without repetition is this, or 10p5 this is. So the balance is 1 lakh minus 10p5, which is 30,240. So
ஓகே சார்.
hope you are clear now, right?
எஸ் சார்.
Good. So இதுவும் similar problem தான். I think this is a slightly different problem. So please work on this. A square minus a, I cannot type it. So I had to use that this symbol. But the problem is like this: a square minus a c2 is equal to a square minus a divided by c4. So let's say put a square minus a என்றது சும்மா n அப்படின்னு போட்டுக்கலாம். சும்மா கன்ஃபியூசிங்கா இருக்கு சும்மா. So suppose nc2 equal to nc4, what can we say about n?
சரி, NCR equal to NCN minus R.
Yeah, NCR equal to NCN minus R. So if you think differently, if NC2 equal to NCR, n has to be this 2 plus 4, which is 6. In 6 போட்டதான் 6C2 equal to 6C4 அப்படின்னு வரும். NCR equal to NCN minus R. Okay, so just thinking differently, NC2 equal to NC4 அப்படின்னு கொடுத்திருந்தா, we can immediately conclude that n has to be 6. So that is, they are asked to find out a, right? So solve this, you get a. So this is a minus 3 into a plus 2.
3, sir.
Yeah, 3 or minus 2. Minus 2 is not an option in this case. Okay, because in the combinations, we only deal with whole numbers, right? So we only deal with positive numbers, natural numbers, or including 0. So option 3, right? A equal to 3.
Option 2, sir.
It's option 2. A equal to 3 is option 2. Yeah, to be careful. After doing all that, you make such stupid mistake. Right. There are 10 points in a plane, and 4 of them are collinear. So number of straight lines joining any 2 points. How many straight lines can be formed? There are 10 points, right?
40, sir.
40. Okay. How did you get?
Since there are 10 points and 4 of them are lying on the same line, I thought it would be like 4 times 10, so 40.
No. How can it be like that? How many total lines can be formed using 10 points? There are 10 points. Okay. So how do you form a line? You pick any 2 points, so that becomes a line, right? So either 2 point எடுத்துட்டோம்னா இது ஒரு line, இந்த 2 point எடுத்தோம்னா இது ஒரு line. So any 2 points will form a line. So that is the basic point here. Any 2 points. So இப்ப போடுங்க. If they are collinear, means they are on the same line. So இந்த 2 point எடுத்தாலும் சரி, இந்த 2 point எடுத்தாலும் எதை எடுத்தாலும் ஒரே line தான் வரப்போகுது. This we cannot count it as separate lines. So that is what you have to consider when they say 4 points are collinear. So, totally, how many lines can be formed from 10 points? So we have to pick 2 points to form a line. Yeah. So in how many ways can any 2 points can be picked up? This is எவ்வளவு 10C2 எவ்வளவு வருது? 45. So there are 45 total number of lines can be formed. But in the line we have to count it as one only. There are 4 points in a single line. Yeah. So now we have counted this as one line. No, this as another line. This as another line. This as another line. So how many we have counted like that? There are 4 points. Any two combinations of those, that is going to yield only one line. So how many we counted? What we counted as 4C2 is actually only one line. Okay. I hope you are able to follow, right? This 4C2 lines we have counted in this 45. 4C2 lines we counted represent the same line. That means we should count it as only one. So we have to eliminate that 4C2 from that 10C2. Okay. So what is 4C2? 6. Okay. So this 6 lines, what we counted are over count. So number of lines therefore will be 45, 6 plus 1. Okay. 4C2, yeah. Instantly you got the right answer, 40. 40 is a... But your method was not correct. Okay.
Sir.
Tell me.
Sir.
Tell me, Sundaresan.
சார் இதுல வந்து அந்த கொலினியர் மாதிரி ஒரு 4 பாயிண்ட் ஒரு நிமிஷம் வைக்கிறீங்களா சார்?
So using those 4 points, whatever combinations we made, 4C2 combinations we counted. Okay, so that should be counted as only one line because they represent the same line. So that's what is the adjustment we have made.
Sir, இல்ல சார் எனக்கு ஒரு டவுட் சார்.
Yeah. Tell me, Sundaresan.
சார் அதை சொல்றதுக்கு நீங்க அந்த 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் வைக்கணும் சார் இப்ப.
So what's your question? I did not follow.
சார் நீங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல அந்த 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் மட்டும் ஒரு நிமிஷம் வைக்கிறீங்களா சார்?
4 points. Let me do it. 1 minute. So 4 points are collinear abina, they are like this, same line. These are the 4 points.
சார் இப்ப இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து 3 பாயிண்ட் கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாம் சார் தனித்தனியா.
ஆமா.
செகண்ட் பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து 2 பாயிண்ட் கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாம் சார்.
ஆமா.
தேர்ட் பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து 1 பாயிண்ட் கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாம் சார்.
கரெக்ட்.
சார்
you are right.
ஓகே சார். எஸ் சார்.
So that is what is total 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. So that is 4C2. So any two.
Okay.
So that 6 we should have counted as 1. That is the point. Okay. Got it right?
Sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Sir.
Salima.
Why adding +1, sir?
+1 because there is one line. Okay. So all these 6 combinations we counted as 6, but we have to count it as 1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that line is there. Okay. We
Yes,
have to
sir.
count it once.
Okay,
Only
sir.
thing is we should not count it as 6, but we should count it as 1. And also we add 1.
Okay, sir.
Correct?
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this one. The number of ways in which a host lady invite 8 people for a party of 8 out of 12 people, of whom 2 do not want to attend the party together. Okay. So இந்த மாதிரிலாம் தான் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் நிறைய வரும். Okay. So yeah, we have to logically think how we should formulate this problem. Okay.
Is it option 3, sir?
Option 3, 12C8 minus 10C6. Okay. Can you tell me how you came to that answer?
No, sir, I didn't work it out or anything. I just assumed a little bit and then.
Okay. But your assumption in this case, I think it turns out to be correct. Okay. But it will not always be the case. So you have to have an explanation, right?
சார் மொத்தம் 12 மெம்பர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க சார். அதில் அவங்க 8 பேரை தான் சார் கூப்பிட முடியும். அதனால 12C8 இருக்க ஆப்ஷன் தானே சார் கரெக்ட்.
Okay. Then think and tell me. See, we do this, similar to some other problem that we did in a complementary approach. Okay. So the number of ways in which you can invite 8 people, often two do not want to attend the party together. I don't want to write the whole thing. I'm just putting number of people, required people. Okay. Required ways. Equal to total number of ways minus the number of ways in which the 2 specified people, there are 2 people, okay, we don't want to attend the party together. So அவங்க ரெண்டு பேருமே இருக்கிற மாதிரி எவ்வளவு காம்பினேஷன் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும். The 2 specified people are included. So total number of ways நம்ம கவுண்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். ஸோ அதில் இந்த 2 பேருமே இருக்கிற காம்பினேஷன்ஸ் எவ்வளவு அப்படின்னு கவுண்ட் பண்ணணும். அதை நம்ம எலிமினேட் பண்ணிட்டா we will get the remaining number of ways in which these 2 specific people will not come together. So first let's see the total number of ways. Of inviting 8 people out of 12 is 12C8. So then the number of ways in which the specified 2 people are included, அப்படின்னா அந்த 2 people வந்துட்டாங்க, already we are going to be there, right? So now our choice is restricted. So 2 பேர் ஆல்ரெடி போயிடுச்சு. இப்போ பாக்கி எவ்வளவு பேர் இருக்காங்க? the two specified people are included. இதை எப்படி நம்ம திங்க் பண்ணோம்னா அந்த ரெண்டு பேரை நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணிட்டோம் குரூப்ல. ஓகே, so remaining how many people are there? 10, right? Out of 12 we have already included 2 people. So பாக்கி 10 பேர் தான் இருக்காங்க. So அந்த 10ல இருந்து ரெண்டு பேர் நம்ம since we already included 2, we have to only invite remaining 6 more people. So from this 10. So அதனால the number of ways in which 2 specific people are included is 10C6. So the required number of ways is total number of ways minus number of ways in which the 2 specific people are included, which means which is your option 3. Okay, I hope you followed, right? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. 8:30 ஆயிடுச்சு. இன்னும் ஒரு few problems போடலாமா? 1 or 2 problems. 8:30 ஆயிடுச்சு.
Yes, sir.
I think at least next classல இதை முடிச்சிடணும் இது. So that at least you will have இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நீங்க ப்ரிப்பேர்டா வந்தீங்கன்னா இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்டா போக முடியும் நம்ம. So let me do 1 or 2 more problems at least today. This is relatively easy. I think we can do it quickly. The number of parallelograms that can be formed from a set of 4 parallel lines intersecting another set of 3 parallel lines. There are 4 parallel lines.
6, sir.
6. Okay. So there are another 3 parallel lines. 4 parallels intersecting another set of 3 parallel lines. Something like this. So each one is a parallelogram. Okay. Through intersection, whatever we get. For example, this is one parallelogram. Okay. This is also a parallelogram. This is also a parallelogram.
Sir,
So,
12, sir.
Somebody is getting 12, somebody is getting 6. Okay. So, but how are you getting? How are you calculating? Let Akshaya, right? Do you want to explain?
We got 6 original sets, sir. Then we'll have 7, the whole thing, 8, 9, and 10, 11.
More than 10, 6 then. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
12,
Sir, 18, sir.
13, 14, 15, 16,
Okay.
7. I think 18, sir.
So it has crossed 12, so it has to be 18. Right. It is 18 only. Okay. So the way is the method is very simple. Any 2 lines from this 4 we have to choose, and any 2 lines from these 3 we have to choose. So then that combination is going to give you a unique parallelogram. Okay, so how many ways in which 2 lines can be chosen from the first 4? That will be 4C2 ways. So 4 lines are there. We have to choose any 2. Okay. So once you choose any 2, from these 3 again you have to choose any 2. So that will give all the combinations. Okay. So what is 4C2? 4 into 3 into 2, which is 6, right? 4 into 3 divided by 2. Okay. Okay. Let's do one more problem. Okay. Everybody in a room shakes hands with everybody else. The total number of shake hands is 66. How many people are there in the room?
I'd say 12, sir.
12. Okay. Let's see what others have to say.
11, sir.
11. Manohar is getting 11. Okay. Let's see how you did this. Manohar, can you tell me? How did you get this 11? Suppose there are n people, how many shake hands will be there?
I refer all.
n minus 1 shake hands.
Let the number of people be n. Okay. So then, how many shake hands will be there? Any two people, assuming that everybody shakes hands with everybody else. Okay. That means any combination of two people out of the n, those many shake hands will be there. Okay. So any two means total number of handshakes will be NC2. Pick how many ways it will pick two people out of n. So those many shake hands will be there. But it is given that this NC2 equal to A66 and find n. So that is your problem. Okay. We can easily form a quadratic and solve it. Okay. NC2 is equal to n into n minus 1 divided by 2 equal to 66. Okay. இதை நம்ம quadratic பண்ணி போடலாம் இல்லனா quickly we can just by looking at it we can tell for what value of n will n.
Sir, it can be two consecutive terms, sir.
Yeah, tell me which number,
11,
what will be the value of n for which n into n minus 1
into 11, sir.
132. Want to write a quadratic? We can do that also.
Sir, 12 into 11, sir.
So which is positive and which is negative? So n into n minus 1 is 132. So what is n then?
12, sir.
N has to be 12. So therefore 12 into 11 is 132, right? So n has to be 12. Okay. Option 2. So here we are getting n minus 12 into n plus 11. Okay. So n equal to 12 or minus 11. So this only 12 is the correct answer. You should not put 11. Okay. Okay. 848. This will be the last problem. So we'll stop at problem number 14. Right. So the number of sides of a polygon having 44 diagonals. This is an interesting problem. So again, previous problem, let us say the number of sides is n. Let n. Then how many diagonals will be there? Think about it. For a triangle, how many diagonals are there? For a rectangle, how many diagonals are? If we keep on increasing, so how many diagonals can we form? What is the formula for number of diagonals? See, diagonals basically means joining, any two vertices, right? Any two like this. So you take any 2 points. If it is a n-sided polygon, there are going to be n vertices. Okay. So you choose any 2 and join them. That will be either a diagonal or a side. Okay. So you have to take all the combinations and remove, what are all the sides. How many are sides? If you remove that, the remaining will be the diagonals. So totally how many ways in which pick 2 points from NC2, right? So we can pick any 2 points and connect them. So that will be either a side or a diagonal. So total number of diagonals and sides together is NC2. Out of which how many are sides? The n-sided polygon, n are sides. So NC2 minus n will be the diagonals. So here again you form a quadrilateral and equation. NC2 minus n is equal to 44 and solve for n. So n square minus n is equal to 2n plus 88. I just cross multiplied. N square minus n equal to 2 into n plus 44 is 2n plus 88. So what are the solutions? Okay. So 11 and 8, minus 11 and plus 8 will give the sum as minus 3 and product as minus 88. So n is either 11 or minus 8. So minus 8 cannot be, is invalid because here we are talking about the number of sides of a polygon. So n has to be 11. Option 3. Okay.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, how come first step, sir?
How come what?
How come first step, sir?
Purilamma, can you repeat? How come what?
First step. First step.
NC2 minus n and the step. Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, the number of diagonals, if there are n sides, you pick any 2 vertices. Okay. If there are n sides, there are going to be n vertices. Okay. These are called vertices. This is points. Okay. There are n such points, vertices. If you take any 2 vertices and draw a line, that will either be a diagonal or a side. Correct? You took any 2 vertices and join it, it will either be a side or a diagonal. Okay. So in how many ways we can choose any 2 vertices out of n? You have to pick 2 out of n. So that
Yes,
will be NC2, right?
Yes, sir.
NC2 is the total number of diagonals and sides. Right? So
Yes,
out of them n are sides. So we exclude them, then remaining becomes the diagonals.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. So the remaining problems are also very easy and very similar. So நீங்க கொஞ்சம் ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு வாங்க அடுத்த கிளாஸ்க்கு. Okay. So we will try to go faster next time. So after that, we can do even more problems. இப்போ என்ன நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க உங்களுக்கு மேக்ஸ்ல இந்த இதுக்கு அடுத்த சாப்டர் முடிச்சிட்டாங்களா இல்ல எது நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க? Akshaya, can you tell me what is being taught now? இதுக்கு அடுத்தது வந்து I think binomial theorem, right?
Sir, we completed. Actually, we were a little bit late for the quarterly portion, so we were completing the first volume, the last lesson actually.
Okay, so முடிச்சிட்டாங்க அப்ப binomial theorem, sequences and series எல்லாம் இல்லையா?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So and then we can finish this and then move on to the next chapter. So Manohar, you are in which school, which location? State board or central board?
Karlul CK school, sir.
Okay. எந்த ஊர்மா? Carmel. State board or CBSE, Manohar?
Karlul, sir. Karlul Vasnam.
புரிய மாட்டேங்குது நீங்க பேசுறது. Can you talk a bit slowly? State board. Okay. Okay.
State board, sir.
Okay. உங்களுக்கு இது முடிச்சிட்டாங்களே எல்லாருக்கும் I want to make sure that உங்க டீச்சர் முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நம்ம போட்டா தான் உங்களுக்கு எஃபெக்டிவா இருக்கும். அதுக்கு தான் நான் கேக்குறேன். ஏன்னா நான் வந்து எல்லாத்தையும் சொல்லி கொடுக்கிறது இல்லையா? I'm just doing problemsன்றதுனால உங்களுக்கு அதுக்கு தான் உங்க டீச்சர் உங்களுக்கு இது முடிச்சிட்டாங்களா இல்ல அடுத்த சாப்டர் எந்த சாப்டர்ல இருக்காங்க அப்படினு கேக்குறேன். Yeah. Okay. So anyway, next 1 or 2 classes we will do this permutations and combinations. After that we will go to next chapter, binomial theorem and all. Hopefully by that time